Politics is not about you must be there. If God wants you to be there, you will be there. If it is not yet your turn to be there, you will not be there.
Why you follow us this time like this?
His Excellency, my younger brother, Peter Obi, if by divine providence you win the election, your first responsibility is to unite Nigeria. So if you unite Nigeria, that is the beginning of a new Nigeria and a revolution, development or otherwise, that will take place. I've been listening to comments from, of course, the political leaderships, and I must commend you because your utterances so far have not shown any division. As Peter Obi, as my younger brother, and he's been quite, he's a friend. He's a good man. I can say that he's a good man. Thank you.
Exclusive. Goodluck Jonathan returns. Will he kill Obi's chances or save PDP? 2027 power shock. If Goodluck Jonathan actually joined the 2027 race, he instantly reshuffles the board. Jonathan brings experience and a PDP network, but also the old 2015 baggage. Peter Obi still owns the youth/urban reform votes. Tinubu keeps incumbency power. A Jonathan run could split the South, revive PDP elites, and either hand advantage to the APC or produce a messy, coalition-driven election. Much depends on alliances, zoning deals, and whether voters want nostalgia or clean break. Stop the presses. Goodluck Jonathan, the man who once ruled Nigeria and was unseated in 2015, is reportedly eyeing 2027. If true, that's not a repo, it's a political earthquake. Tonight, what his return means for Peter Obi, for Bola Tinubu's camp, and for every Nigerian who thought 2027 would finally be about competence. Let's set the stage. Goodluck Jonathan, oil executive turned president, presided over the country during an era of huge expectations and huge disappointments. In 2015, a wave of anger and security anxiety swept him out. Fast forward, the political terrain changed. Peter Obi galvanized a cross-sectional youth movement in 2023. Tinubu's camp built back power. Now throw Jonathan back into the mix. What happens? First, the positives for Jonathan: experience, an old national network inside PDP and among traditional elites, a profile familiar to international partners, and an ability to cut the older voter and some regions that respect political seniority. He also could act as a unifier for sections of the PDP that feel adrift. But there is baggage. 2015 wasn't a fluke. Jonathan left office amid criticisms over insecurity, corruption perceptions, and a fractured national mood. For many young voters who propelled Obi, Jonathan symbolizes the old order. If the same voters who rejected him in 2015 still hold those memories, his comeback could look like political nostalgia, not renewal. Peter Obi's strength is the modern reform story. Disciplined, anti-routine messaging, and huge youth energy. Jonathan re-entering the contest could do two things to Obi. 1. Split the Southern vote. If Jonathan draws votes from the South or moderate PDP voters, Obi could lose crucial numbers in close states. 2. Mobilize anti-status quo votes. Conversely, Jonathan might be rejected by the Obidient youth and actually push them to rally even harder for Obi, consolidating Obi's base. Bottom line, a Jonathan candidacy makes Obi's path more volatile, but not impossible. Obi still wins if he keeps youths, northern crossovers, and a clean coalition. For Tinubu or the APC, Jonathan's entry is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, a split opposition South could help APC divide and conquer. On the other hand, a triumphant Jonathan might pull old PDP structures back into the fray. forging a new kingmaker alliances with Northern Brick. The decisive factor will be, can Jonathan build or rebuild a national coalition that crosses the North-South fault lines? Scenario A. Jonathan splits the South. APC wins. If PDP can't unite behind Jonathan and Obi keeps his base fragmented, Tinubu or APC benefits from a divided opposition. Scenario B. Jonathan reunites PDP and forces a three-way negotiation. If Jonathan pulls enough PDP big wins and pairs with a Northern kingmaker, we get coalition bargaining, possibly pushing P2B into an all-or-nothing run or coalition. Scenario C. Jonathan flops, energizes Obi voters. If voters see Jonathan as relic, Obi consolidates the anti-elite votes and Tinubu faces a tougher contest. Each scenario hinges on alliances, campaign messaging, and whether voters choose nostalgia or change. Politics is not only personalities, it's bread and safety. Nigerians are tired of insecurity, inflection, joblessness. Any candidate who speaks with credible, measurable plans, not platitudes, will have the upper hand. If Jonathan can convincingly pivot to reform, not just nostalgia, he can be competitive. But history shows that voters punish perceived failure unless they are given a new narrative. So, can Jonathan win? Possibly. Is he the favorite? Not automatically. Obi still dominates a reform lane. Tinubu has incumbency machinery. Jonathan brings experience and networks, but also real baggage. The 2027 race just turned into a chess match, and the winner will be the one who builds broadest coalition, convinces the skeptical, and answers the single question every voter will ask: will my life be better? This is Chinick TV. Keep watching, keep questioning. Drop your thoughts. Would you vote for a comeback or for the new guard?